Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Stellar Leap by Carla Kopp. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. Weird Giraffe Games. This is live on Kickstarter now, and actually, Carla did Super Hack Overdrive, which was a hacker-inspired party deduction game. This is a huge leap change from that game. That was a small card game. This is, reasonably speaking, a big box game, and this is sort of like a lighter weight 4X space game. So when I say 4X, I'm talking about explore, exploit, like explore, expand, exploit, exterminate, right? That type of thing. Exterminate's pretty light in this one, but it's there. And so up front, it's a little bit dense. You have to like wrap your head around everything that's going on. Once you get over that hump, it's pretty straightforward play, action selection, and dice mechanics. So everyone starts as one of these races. I have them down here, but I mean this is super prototype. But like you can check it out. Cute characters. It's got a nice look to the vibe, the art, the feel of the look. And you are also you get your character and you're going to set it up like this. You have your units at the bottom. You have your resource tracks. You have 4 main resource tracks, and then you have your action selection and a bunch of extra information and your little flags for your races. And you start only with 2 home planet for each player, so more players, you'll have more to start. But you basically have space, and the way space works is it's 1 through 6 lines, and then there are just different galaxies as you go down. And so as you expand, it's easy to travel along the line. It costs more to work down a line. But as a player, you're going to start on planets. And first, you roll 2 dice to determine which planet, which die lines, which columns generate resources for people on it. So sort of expanding over columns helps you, and that's one of the things that pushes you along. Now, the other thing this game has is some nice player variability at the start of the game. You're going to have a special die power, something that allows you to manipulate those dice, which is super useful. You draw 2, pick 1. You'll have a trait, which is a end condition. Maybe you're big on discovery, maybe you're big on missions, maybe you're big on attacking. You're going to have that. And then there's going to be some community die rule that anyone can use. You can't use both your player die power and the community one, but it's something, it gives access to everyone. So that's sort of the setup. You're going to get your resources, and then essentially on your turn, you have 5 actions you're going to take, and you're going to use cubes on it, but you have 2 high command actions, which you get to choose, and then you have 3 division actions, which are specific. The high command ones are like populate, explore, generate resources, that kind of thing. And then the division ones are really specific. One is completing a mission card. There are missions, which are effectively, it's all resources. It's spending resources to get victory points and a different resource. But those are at the top of the board, and you can do those. Or you can, put more people, you use food and water to have you generate a person, or discover. When you discover there's dangerous planets and safe planets, they usually cost more to travel to. The division ones, Intel, mission card, which I talked about, mining. There are asteroid cards. These things are awesome. There are places you can get resources. They get a die put on them, and so the first person to go on an asteroid gets more resource generation, and then it sort of depletes as you go. But it's always good to travel to asteroids. And labor, which is you can exhaust one of your workers to get more resources on a planet, and then they reset. So a nice healthy mix of action selection, and really what you're doing is you're building up your populations, generating resources, and then moving and expanding. Moving costs fuel, some oxygen, and you need to have a person to go with it. So travel is pretty clear and well set up, and you're just working through. There's a decent event system where as certain things happen in the game, numerous different reasons, you flip over to event. Nice to everyone, mixes things up, and it works. The biggest challenge, I think, for this one is just getting over that hump. I think once you're over that hump, it's pretty easy to explain, pretty easy setup. At that family weight, it's right at the top of that level. But overall, it's a nice execution. Came with comments on how the prototype's going to be better. Certainly, I would recommend making it so the card backs are more clear, easier to separate. There's a lot of black going on in here, which is fine. But, you know, when it's black with an outline of a color and small text, it's just not enough. So I think leveling up the art will work. I thought the icons and overall systems and board use is fine. Oh, you can also attack. Sorry, that's one of your high commands. You attack. It's really easy. You just need to move more people into a zone than there's another person's in there. And when you do that, you get one of their flags, which will give you a bonus at the end. So you're going to get bonuses for discovering and attacking. And that all mixes in well. It's just well put together, space, 4X light type of game with some interesting player dynamics and a lot of good sort of resource balancing across them. Big shift from Super Hack Overdrive or Overdrive, Super Overdrive Hack, whatever that game was called. Anyway, check out the Kickstarter, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.